Hello and welcome to another production from the Visionary Media Group. Please enjoy, like and share. Now stay tuned. Today we will take a very close vehicle to my heart. The Toyota Ae101 Levin/Trueno. The Toyota Sprinter Trueno is a series of compact sports coupes and hot hatches which were produced by Toyota from 1972 to 2000. The name Trueno in Spanish means thunder. In Japan, the Sprinter Trueno was exclusive to Toyota Auto Store locations, later renamed Toyota Vista Store in 1980. Its twin, the Toyota Corolla Levin, was produced around the same time as the Sprinter Trueno. The name Levin in Old English means lightning. In Japan, the Corolla Levin was exclusive to Toyota Corolla Store locations. The Corolla Levin and Sprinter Trueno underwent a full design change in June 1991 with the 6th generation models, based on the E100 series. Japanese F1 driver Yukio Katayama was appointed as the image representative for marketing as he was popular in Japan at the time. A commercial was broadcast in which Katayama runs a Levin on the mine circuit with the catchphrase Yukio, Levins. Developed during the peak of the Japanese asset price bubble, the latest technologies in body, chassis, engine, transmission, and safety were put into the new E100 series. Consequently, the body size increased to the maximum width the Japanese government regulations would allow and became heavier, which made it less attractive as a sports compact model than previous generations. The series continued the same tradition of offering two separate styles and names, sold in different brand dealers in Japan. Unlike previous generations, the E100 Levin and Trueno coupes were not officially offered elsewhere, making these models exclusive to Japan. After last using them in the E90 series, the early to late 80s trend of using retractable pop-up headlights for the Trueno have started to become phased out in the early 90s, and so they were replaced with fixed headlights similar to the Levin but in the style of the combo lights from the previous generation so as to make way for a more modern, rounder, aerodynamic, and luxury styling. The chassis was all new, with a much higher, rigid body that would be carried over to the next generation E110. Sharing the same wheelbase as the Corolla sedans, the suspension featured retuned front and rear McPherson struts. The biggest improvement, however, was the high-performance 4AGE engine. Many of the parts were redesigned, with the intake side cams now having Toyota's variable valve timing or VVT, a precursor to the later VVTi with a discontinuous variable valve timing mechanism, and used a 5-valve per cylinder head design, 3 inlet, 2 exhaust, for a total of 20 valves. This was seen as revolutionary at that time as Yamaha Motor Corporation, who typically collaborated with Toyota to produce their high-performance engines, were actively using 5-valve per cylinder designs in their racing motorcycles. The valve covers have been redesigned in tandem with a new cylinder head, featuring silver cam covers with chrome lettering, hence the name Silver Top. In addition, it was equipped with individual throttle bodies to increase engine throttle response, which was rare for a commercial vehicle of its class. A MAF sensor was used instead of a MAP sensor, however, unlike with the 16-valve small port version of the 4AGE. Because of this, it requires the use of a plenum. Maximum power was 160 PS, 118 kilowatts, 158 HP, at 7,400 RPM and 16.5 kgm, 162 Nm, 119 lb-ft, of torque at 5,200 RPM. The supercharged 4AGZE engine still kept the same 16-valve head as with previous versions, however, but it did have many changes to the engine internals. It produced 170 PS, 125 kilowatts, 168 HP, at 6,400 RPM. The trim grades were also revised, simplifying the lineup. The successor to the preceding ZS and XS trim grades was the SJ, which featured the more economical 4A FE engine producing 115 PS, 85 kilowatts, 113 HP, at 6,000 RPM and 15.0 kgm, 147 Nm, 108 lb-ft, Of torque, the same as most other Corollas and Sprinters of the same generation. The low-priced S trim grade that replaced the previous G trim grade received the 1.5 L5A Fe engine, which produced 105 PS, 77 kilowatts, 104 HP, at 6,000 RPM and 13.4 kgm, 131 Nm, 97 lb-ft, at 4,800 RPM. The female-oriented lime/list trim grade was dropped. Super strut suspension, a revolutionary Toyota technology, was standard for GTZ. The GTZ was equipped with a viscous limited slip differential as standard equipment. The GT Apex, which only offered super strut suspension as an option, has an electronically controlled suspension called TEMS, upper and lower G-sensitive type, as optional equipment. Engine 4AGZE, 16-valve, supercharged GTZ model. 4AGE, 20-valve, silver top, GT Apex models. 4A Fe, 16-valve SJ model. 5A Fe, 16-valve S model. Thanks for watching. Please like and share.